This is my getaway, man. This is where I come just to relax and hike and fish and shoot. I love it out here because I have a natural berm behind me. It's a perfect place to shoot without endangering anyone else. There's no one on the other side of it for a long way, so perfect place to target practice, do a little plinking. Two shots.
The history of sports cards goes back over 100 years. We are on the pursuit to find the biggest and most interesting sports card collections across the United States. Join us as we travel the large interstates and the narrow unpaved roads in our journey to continue chasing cardboard.
So today's gonna be really great. It's the day we finally get to go see Billy over in Abilene, Texas. We've been trying to connect with him for a little while. Unfortunately, they had some wildfires out there, so we couldn't go see him. Billy's a great dude, ex-military, retired Army and Navy. He is just looking to get rid of his collection. He needs some money for some medical procedures and stuff, so we're happy to go see him, looking forward to it. And while we're here, we might as well take a little target practice. So we are on our way to Cross Plains, Texas. Woody's Museum. Can't wait to see its baseball and classic cars. Talk about a great combination. I mean, good grief. Wow, this place is so cool. Look at this. Man, I always love it when places have baseball bats for door handles. Holy moly, look at this place. This is pretty bananas, isn't it?
So basically, we're funded by a nonprofit, 1687 Foundation. We have a whole Christian library, all of it's free. If you purchase anything from our gift shop, your money goes 100% back to charity of your choice.
That is fantastic.
Yes. We've been able to help a lot of foundations. We've been able to help a lot of charities, so we're very proud.
These are their seats from the stadium, from the old Arlington Stadium. These are Woody and his wife's seats. Huge Rangers fan, loved classic cars, as you'll be able to tell, and just loved baseball, right? And he just collected a bunch of stuff over the years. Season ticket holder a long time. And yeah, he passed away sadly in 2005. This museum was opened in 2018 just to honor his legacy, and it is incredibly well done in Cross Plains, Texas. Yeah, so this set's called the Dick Perez Celebration Postcard set. It was a special set that Dick Perez did back in '89, 1990. And he put out a set of players that were all still alive at the time when the set was conceptualized. By the time it was printed, however, and put out to the public, two of the players had already died, Judy Johnson and Bill Terry. So, Conlon, he's another one. So finding them signed is impossible. But all the rest of them can be signed, and when you have them all together, it's just gorgeous. Look at all these T206s. There's a Walter Johnson portrait, a Christy Mathewson portrait. That's not a real Honus Wagner, surely, but Mel Ott signed ball. Jimmy Fox signed ball. Tony Gwynn. Barry Bonds. That's a reprint they put on top just to protect it, protect the real card. So this looks like a rack of 3,000 Hit Club members, which is awesome signed baseballs. You've got Rose, Aaron, Stan Musial, Carl Yastrzemski, Willie Mays, George Brett, Robin Yount, Rod Carew, Lou Brock, Al Kaline, Eddie Murray, Dave Winfield, Paul Molitor, and the newest guy, Adrian Beltre. Very, very cool. You got a panoramic view of the first game ever for the Texas Rangers in the World Series. It was Game 3, 2010, Rangers versus the Giants. Guess who else was at that game? Me. And I was sitting right out here in left field. Rangers won 4-2. Too bad we lost the series. So apparently Woody and I have a lot in common. He loves Adrian Beltre. I love Adrian Beltre. Great hitter, 3,000 Hit Club member, first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt, soon to be. And he did some of his greatest moments as a Texas Ranger. This was one of them. It was July 30th, 2017. He hit a double down the left field line for his 3,000th hit. The place went nuts. His kids ran onto the field. It was a great moment in Rangers history. Another great Adrian Beltre moment. He had many of them as a Texas Ranger, but one night, Rangers were getting pummeled. He was getting pretty frustrated. The umpire told him to move back onto the on-deck circle. Adrian said, you know what? I'm just gonna move the on-deck circle. So he picked it up, dragged it over, got ejected from the game. So man, if you are ever driving west on I-20 in Texas, it's about 20 minutes south of the freeway. It's worth a stop, let me tell you. So it's funny how I'm just walking up here and there's all this amazing baseball stuff, and I keep forgetting every time I look down, there's this whole showroom of amazing cars from the 50s and 60s. So much cool stuff to see there. I could spend hours in there just ogling at all the great cars, the great cards, the great baseball memorabilia. So much great stuff. Everybody was so nice. You got to come here, a gem in Texas. Woo, made it to Abilene. It is hot. Hot, hot, hot. Hey, Billy.
What's going on?
I'm Mike.
Billy.
Nice to meet you.
I was actually taking comics up to somebody who bought some, and the guy was having a moving sale in Dallas, of all places. And he said, sports cards. I went there, and he had a buttload. He said, I just need to get everything out because I'm moving up north. That one's complete. That's complete. That's extras for 96. Traded sets out the wazoo.
Okay.
I know one of these binders has got two 84 traded and an 83 traded.
World League of American Football.
And then a 76 traded.
The stuff you have is really cool. And I love going through this stuff, and it brings back, I mean, you have stuff I haven't seen
In years?
decades maybe, and I love it. Billy really has a great eye when he goes out and looks for stuff and picks stuff up for himself, and lots of unique things, lots of stuff we just don't see every day. He did have plenty of the stuff that we do see all the time, but he had some really cool stuff. Like, see, cards like this are cool to me because I'm a Hall of Fame guy. Like, that's all your history, right? Your childhood. And so I see a John Hanna autograph and I go, okay, that's cool. Like, there's a Transcendent card, Joey Votto auto. Blown away, couldn't believe it. He had a 1977 Panini Star Wars sticker set, only made in Italy. Super cool, 256 sticker set. Not in the book, it was just like, you don't see these in the wild. It was really unbelievable. And these graded individually, and especially the ones where it pictures a main character by themselves, and it's not one of the ones that's a multi-picture one, they go for good money. Would you ever think that you would find a rare Italian Star Wars Panini sticker set in West Texas? Nope. We're just flipping through some binders. I thought it was all typical 80s stuff, and I opened up a binder and it looked like 84 Topps, but I could tell it was different. It was a little bit more glossy. I'm like, I think this might be a Tiffany set.
He pulled that out.
And then you can tell immediately Tiffany set. We found you some Topps Tiffany sets you didn't know you have, which are great.
So back during the junk wax era, which we all know was overprinted, right? There's cards everywhere, millions and millions of cards. Topps created this collector's edition set. Yes, these were sold in set only format. This is the 1986 Topps traded Tiffany set. And these were meant to elevate, to upscale the base top issue cards. These cards were short printed anywhere from 4,000 to 30,000, depending on the year. And they were printed. They were actually sent over to Ireland to print on premium stock paper, on glossy tops and shiny backs. And these cards became ultra valuable because you know what? People like short printed cards. Now, here's the thing with Tiffany cards. Because they're so valuable and sought after, because of the great rookie classes from that 80s generation. They're frequently counterfeited, they're frequently faked. So I definitely recommend going to tiffanycards.com to get more information. But with the naked eye, you can usually tell because they're glossy on the top and they have distinguishable differences depending on the year. So go to tiffanycards.com and learn more about that. But let's talk a little bit about how valuable these cards are. There's 5 super valuable 1980s Tiffany rookies. There's the 1984 Don Mattingly. There's the 1985 Roger Clemens. There's the 86 Topps traded Bo Jackson, and there's the 86 Topps traded Barry Bonds. And of course, how can we forget, there's the 1989 Topps traded Ken Griffey Jr. Tiffany rookie. All of those average over $5,000 per card. But I have a question for you. Which one of these do you think has the highest average sales price on eBay over the last year? You're gonna be surprised. Tell me what you think.
Now, back to the show.
And they're in great shape, but they've been in those binder pages. You've got to get those out of those binder pages.
I am, believe me.
All those big players in the Tiffany sets go for big money if they're graded. They're actually probably worth grading.
Been collecting in '89 when I was a little kid.
I love all the Marvel stuff, the Star Wars Panini sets. Those are all great. I just don't feel comfortable that I know enough about that kind of stuff to know what to do with it. But it's amazing. You have a great eye, like I've said to you many times already today. You know what you're doing. Everything on the table except the 72 set. And I'm thinking, double your money, give you $1,000 cash.
Would you do 12?
I'd do 11.
I could do 11.
1,100 for
Yeah.
all of it.
We'll do that.
Deal. I just picked up stuff that a lot of it reminded me of my childhood. I picked up a Beckett #1 that I hope that I get to have Dr. Jim Beckett sign himself. I picked up some 83 Donruss Action Stars packs. I picked up an 86 Sportflix Legends set that I haven't seen probably since 1986. Just so much great stuff for me personally. Overall, I would say today was a huge success. I mean, we're in West Texas, not a place you would normally associate with cards, not a lot of people around, and yet we found some great stuff. Found a great museum. We met Billy and got to see his collection. So you never know where you're gonna be able to chase cardboard.
Appreciate it, Bob.
Pleasure, man.
Back to the trivia question. If you guess Ken Griffey Jr., Barry Bonds, Bo Jackson, or Don Mattingly, you'd be close, but wrong. The 1985 Topps Tiffany Roger Clemens has an average PSA 10 sales price of nearly $13,000. Not bad for a pitcher. Now, go check those boxes.
So we had to stop and fill up for gas. So taking the first chance to kind of look through these boxes. We looked at them at Billy's house, but you never know. So we're going through it and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's soccer cards in here. Some flawless soccer. Like, I have no idea about soccer, but hey, that looks cool. Gerard Piqué. What else we got in here? Football, Bo Jackson, Peyton Manning rookie, Ultra. Ooh, a printing plate, 1/1, Tyrell Williams. More Peyton, Aaron Rodgers, Art Monk rookie, Tom Brady, Elway, third year. We bought all this stuff kind of skimming through it, not really knowing exactly what we were getting. Certainly weren't looking up comps or anything like that. We did the best we could, guesstimating what we thought. I mean, there's soccer cards in here, baseball, football, basketball, kind of you name it. So we're gonna be reaching out to people and seeing what they want. Catch you soon.